She brushed her mouth against mine like a habit she hadn't broken yet. Gentle, familiar, rehearsed. For a moment, anyone watching might have thought we were still whole. I didn't pull away right away. I studied her face, memorizing the calm she was pretending to feel, studying myself before the truth slipped out. My name is Jonah Hale. For 5 years, I believe my marriage was built on honesty. I believed in my wife, Marin, without hesitation or suspicion. She was the person I planned my future with, the one who knew my fears and ambitions, the one I trusted when the world felt uncertain. Until I couldn't anymore. The warning signs didn't arrive all at once. They crept in quietly. Her phone never left her hand and was always turned screen down. Laughter stopped abruptly when I entered the room. Notifications disappeared before I could read them. She brushed it off every time, telling me I was imagining things. At first, I agreed with her. I told myself I was overthinking, that stress had made me paranoid. Maybe I'd been distracted. Maybe I hadn't been present enough. Love makes excuses long before it accepts the truth. But one evening, when sleep refused to come, I picked up her phone and read the messages she'd tried so hard to hide. They were between Marin and a man named Lucas. There was no ambiguity, no misunderstanding waiting to be uncovered. The words were intimate, deliberate, and painfully clear. I didn't confront her right away. Instead, I waited. I watched the way she smiled at me across the dinner table, the way she laughed too loudly at small jokes, the way she played the role of a devoted wife while living a separate life behind my back. I followed every clue quietly, confirming what I already knew. I wanted certainty, not excuses. Lucas wasn't a mistake. He was a choice. Once I understood the full truth, I acted, not out of rage, but resolve. I exposed the lies, documented everything, and ensured that Lucas faced consequences that didn't require my anger, only facts. Careers, reputations, and secrets are fragile things when placed in the light. That was enough. The next night, Marin moved through the house like everything was normal. She chatted while cooking, teased me about nothing, leaned in close as if affection could erase betrayal. When she reached for me again, expecting comfort or ignorance, I placed my hands on her shoulders and met her eyes. "I know about him," I said quietly, "and it's already dealt with." The color drained from her face. Fear, disbelief, and realization collided in a single breath. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't need to. Silence carried more weight than shouting ever could. For the first time, she truly looked at me, not the version of me she thought she could deceive, but the man who had seen through every lie. Her confidence collapsed in that moment, replaced by trembling uncertainty. I remembered all the nights that finally made sense. The late meetings, the spontaneous plans, the tension in her voice when I asked simple questions. Trust, once cracked, spreads its damage everywhere. Standing there in our living room, the balance shifted completely. I wasn't furious. I wasn't heartbroken anymore. I was calm, clear, in control. "Do you understand?" I asked. She nodded without lifting her eyes. That was answer enough. The days that followed were heavy and quiet. Marin drifted through the house like a shadow of herself. One evening, she tried to speak, her voice barely holding together. "Jonah, I can explain." I stopped her with a single shake of my head. There was nothing left to say. Explanations don't undo choices. Later that night, when she reached for me again, testing whether anything could still be salvaged, I pulled back just enough to make my words unmistakable. "I know everything," I told her softly. "And it's finished." Tears filled her eyes, not the kind meant to fix things, but the kind that come when reality finally settles in. Our marriage didn't end with shouting or broken furniture. It ended in understanding. In the quiet moment, she realized the man she betrayed had never been weak, only patient. And when I walked away, I felt something I hadn't felt in months. Freedom.